Dear friends, I have something crucial to share with you. While sipping water first thing in the morning may appear to be the most straightforward routine, for those of us who are 60 or older, it can actually lead to unexpected problems. I'm referring to symptoms like lightheadedness, stomach troubles, tiredness, and even added stress on the heart. I've witnessed numerous acquaintances of mine commit these errors without being aware, and honestly, I was once in the same boat. In this presentation, I'll guide you through 6 hazardous mistakes that mature women often make regarding their water consumption, and crucially, how to rectify them immediately. I urge you to stick with me until the conclusion. One of these blunders almost resulted in my neighbor being rushed to the emergency room, and you won't want to overlook that account. While you're here, please show your support by liking this video, share in the comments how you kick off your day, and don't forget to subscribe to ensure you receive all future advice. Are you prepared? Let's get started. Mistake 1. Consuming very cold water right after waking up. Let's address a common habit many of us have, reaching for a glass of chilled water as soon as we rise. Perhaps, like myself, you've been told that it invigorates the body or enhances metabolism. However, as we age, our bodies become less tolerant of such abrupt changes. In our youth, we could handle iced beverages without issue, but with time, our digestive system, blood vessels, and nervous system become more sensitive. Drinking extremely cold water can lead to blood vessel narrowing, which may result in feelings of dizziness, faintness, or a persistent headache throughout the morning. For those with existing blood pressure concerns, particularly low blood pressure, this can cause a sudden decrease, complicating the heart's ability to maintain stable blood flow. I recall my friend Linda, who began experiencing morning fainting spells. She attributed it to aging, but it was actually due to her daily 6 a.m. ritual of drinking ice-cold water directly from the refrigerator. Her physician advised her to cease this practice immediately. After switching to water at room temperature, she noticed a significant improvement within just a week. Additionally, cold water can hinder digestion, which is already slower in older adults. The cold temperature causes constriction in the stomach and intestines, potentially disrupting your morning routine. So, what's the alternative? It's straightforward. Leave a glass of water on your countertop overnight, or mix in a bit of warm water to remove the chill. It doesn't need to be hot like tea, but aiming for a temperature between lukewarm and room temperature is ideal. You'll be amazed at how much more positively your body reacts. Your digestive system will be grateful, your mind will feel sharper, and your heart won't have to struggle with an unnecessary temperature jolt. Mistake 2. Drinking water too rapidly. I must confess, I used to do this as well. Upon waking, I'd seize my glass and down the water swiftly, as if I were in a hurry, even though I had nowhere to be. It seemed like an effective way to hydrate quickly and proceed with my day. However, I later learned that our bodies cannot process water that rapidly. Consuming a large quantity of water too fast, particularly on an empty stomach in the morning, can overload our system. It's similar to pouring a bucket of water onto a small plant. Most of it spills over, creating a mess. Similarly, our bodies expel much of that water without fully utilizing it, which is why you might find yourself rushing to the restroom shortly after, yet still feeling parched. Moreover, drinking water too quickly can dilute your gastric juices. While stomach acid might seem undesirable, it is crucial for digesting food, absorbing nutrients, and combating harmful microorganisms. By diluting it with excessive water too soon, you impair your digestive capabilities even before you've eaten. This can lead to bloating, belching, or a sensation of water sloshing in your stomach, which some mistakenly attribute to their later meals rather than their hasty water consumption. Additionally, rapidly ingesting large volumes of water can strain your heart and kidneys, as they must quickly adjust to the sudden influx of fluid, which is particularly problematic if you're taking medications for blood pressure or have cardiac conditions. So, how can you avoid this? Simply take your time. Savor your water as if you're relishing a peaceful morning rather than rushing through it. I enjoy sitting by the window, taking small sips over a period of 10 to 15 minutes, allowing my body to gradually awaken. This small gesture of self-care truly establishes a serene and comfortable start to the day. Keep in mind that your body is not a mechanical device. It's more akin to a garden that flourishes with gentle nurturing, not with sudden deluges. Mistake 4. Taking medication with water on an empty stomach. This one hits close to home because I practiced this incorrectly for many years, and it wasn't until an unpleasant doctor's appointment that I realized the potential dangers. Each morning, I'd rise, swallow my pills with a large glass of water, and continue with my day, believing I was being diligent. But the reality is that many medications can be too abrasive for an empty stomach, particularly anti-inflammatory drugs, blood pressure medications, or basic supplements like iron or specific vitamins. By ingesting these pills with water alone, without any food, you're introducing them to a delicate stomach lining that, with age, becomes thinner and less resilient to irritation. Some medications can cause stomach upset, nausea, or even contribute to ulcers if consistently taken without food. Beyond mere discomfort, this practice can diminish the effectiveness of your medication. Certain drugs require the presence of fats or other nutrients for optimal absorption. Without these, you may not be receiving the full therapeutic benefit, potentially allowing your health condition to deteriorate unnoticed. I'm not suggesting you need a complete breakfast before taking your pills. In fact, some medications are designed to be taken on an empty stomach. However, many of us fail to verify the specific requirements for our prescriptions. What worked for me was maintaining a small notebook on my refrigerator detailing my morning medication schedule. One pill requires a small snack, another must be taken alone. For those that need food, something as simple as half a banana or a piece of toast suffices. Additionally, it's beneficial to wait a few minutes after taking your medication before consuming more water or reclining. Allow the pills to settle. Most critically, consult with your pharmacist or physician. They can provide valuable guidance on the optimal timing and method for safely administering your particular medications. Please avoid the error I made. Protect your stomach and ensure that your medications are aiding your health, not compromising it. Mistake 4. Omitting water entirely because you don't feel thirsty. Let's address those who rise, stretch, and proceed with their morning without consuming any water. You might think, I'm not thirsty first thing in the morning, or water doesn't sit well on an empty stomach. I used to think similarly, believing that foregoing water was inconsequential. However, I began to notice subtle signs: a dry mouth, lethargic mornings, and increased joint stiffness. The truth is, upon waking, our bodies are already in a state of dehydration. We've spent 7 to 9 hours without fluids, during which time we've been breathing, perspiring slightly, and losing moisture. Our vital organs, particularly the brain and kidneys, are eager for replenishment as soon as we awaken. I understand that with age, the sensation of thirst becomes less pronounced. Our bodies are less vocal about their needs, but that doesn't diminish their requirement for water. Neglecting morning hydration can contribute to symptoms often misattributed to aging, such as headaches, dizziness, mental fog, fatigue, and constipation. Furthermore, if you take morning medications, dehydration can exacerbate their side effects. Your blood may become slightly more viscous, placing additional strain on your heart, and your kidneys rely on water to effectively eliminate waste and metabolize your medications. Here is a helpful tip. I place a glass of water on my nightstand before retiring for the evening. It's the first thing I see upon waking. The goal isn't to force yourself to drink a large amount, but to begin the day by attending to your body's needs. A few mindful sips can invigorate your system. Don't wait until you feel thirsty. By then, dehydration has already set in. Drink purposefully. Your body may not always signal its needs loudly, but it's constantly communicating with you. Mistake 5. Failing to include electrolytes, particularly if you're taking certain medications. This revelation caught me off guard. For years, I believed that water was simply water. I consumed ample amounts, especially in the mornings, thinking I was doing everything correctly. Yet, I still experienced occasional dizziness, particularly when rising, or lightheadedness after physical activity, despite having just drunk water. It turns out that hydration involves more than just water. It's about maintaining a delicate balance. For mature women, this balance can be easily disrupted. Certain medications, such as diuretics for hypertension, cardiac drugs, or even some antidepressants, not only deplete water, but also essential minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium. These electrolytes are crucial for regulating heart rhythm, nerve function, and muscle contraction. Therefore, if you're solely drinking plain water without replenishing these electrolytes, you might inadvertently exacerbate your symptoms. You could even be diluting the remaining minerals in your body, a condition known as low sodium levels, which is more prevalent among older women than commonly recognized. According to a 2023 study from the National Institutes of Health, low sodium levels affect up to 10% of older adults in the U.S., often linked to medication use and inadequate electrolyte intake. This can lead to confusion, tiredness, nausea, muscle spasms, or in severe cases, seizures. I'm not advocating for the consumption of sugary, artificially flavored sports drinks. Please avoid those. Instead, consider adding a small amount of sea salt or electrolyte supplements to your morning water, especially if you're on medication or prone to sweating. There are also low-sugar electrolyte powders designed specifically for seniors that can help maintain balance without elevating blood sugar levels. Another alternative is to enjoy a glass of coconut water once or twice a week. It's a natural source of potassium and can serve as a refreshing morning indulgence. So, the next time you drink water and still feel unwell, ponder whether you're truly hydrated or merely internally saturated. There's a significant distinction. True hydration involves replenishing what your body lacks, not just filling it like a container. Mistake 6. Consuming water too soon before breakfast or coffee. I realize this might challenge some established habits, as we all cherish our morning rituals. Perhaps you wake up, drink a glass of water, and then promptly head to the kitchen for breakfast and your favorite coffee. It seems innocuous, doesn't it? However, drinking water immediately before eating or having caffeine, particularly in the morning, can disrupt your digestion and energy more than you might expect. Allow me to clarify. When you drink water and then eat right away, you dilute your gastric acids just when they need to be potent for food digestion. Imagine your stomach as a flavorful stew. You want it concentrated and active, not diluted. Weakened stomach acid can lead to improper food breakdown, resulting in increased bloating, acid reflux, and reduced nutrient absorption. Introducing coffee complicates matters further. Coffee acts as a diuretic, expelling water from your system. So, if you've just hydrated with a large glass of water and then consume coffee shortly after, that hydration is quickly lost before your body can benefit from it. Additionally, coffee stimulates acid production, and if your stomach is already diluted, you're more susceptible to heartburn or an unpleasant acidic taste in your mouth. The solution lies in timing. After drinking your morning water, wait at least 15 to 20 minutes before having breakfast or coffee. This interval allows your body to absorb the water, initiate digestion, and ready itself for the upcoming meal. This minor adjustment can significantly enhance your morning experience. I found that it eliminates stomach discomfort, prevents post-coffee energy dips, and revitalizes my digestion, making it feel decades younger. Therefore, avoid hastening your morning routine. Treat your body as you would a sage companion. It functions optimally when given the opportunity to prepare at its own pace. As promised, here's a cautionary tale. My neighbor Betty, a sprightly 74-year-old, collapsed in her kitchen one morning. She had taken her medications without food, abstained from water for 2 hours, and then quickly drank a glass of cold lemon water just before eating. Her physician determined that this sequence caused a sudden drop in blood pressure. Fortunately, she's recovered, but it served as a stark reminder for both of us. Please learn from our experiences and avoid these pitfalls. Treat your body with kindness and regard your morning water intake as a vital part of your health regimen, not merely an incidental habit. If you found this information valuable, please share it with a friend. Also, remember to subscribe for more insights from me. Before you leave, consider joining my newsletter for seniors, where I share my top anecdotes, health advice, and occasional lighthearted tips each week. The link is provided below. Until we meet again, prioritize your well-being. You've earned it.